Hello everyone, doing my vlog for The Masked Singer, Season 8, Episode 5 now. I just got through posting the one for Episode 4. It's probably, well, by the time I post this one, it'll definitely be posted. It's probably not posted yet. I still can't figure out my phone. Whenever I did that one, it showed that I had like 59, like basically an hour that I could record, and I recorded for not quite 20 minutes, I think, and now it's showing me that I can only do this one for about 20 minutes. So that's really weird in my opinion. But anyway, so to the matter at hand, The Masked Singer, Season 8, Episode 5. It opened with Kermit the Frog singing Rainbow Connection. I love that song. This week's theme was the Muppets, and I thought that they were going to be doing songs like that are known to be connected to the Muppets, but they didn't. That disappointed me. But anyway, so Kermit, when he was singing Rainbow Connection, was joined by Nicole, Robin, Ken, Nick, and Jenny. Of course, Nick started talking about what was going to happen and such, and Miss Piggy butted in because it's kind of what she's known for doing, being rude and butting in and stuff. So Robo Girl was back to defend her crown. I was a little surprised she performed first. Maybe that's actually why I didn't notice her performing on the second one she performed on. I don't know. Maybe I thought they were re-showing her previous performance and she was actually performing. I don't remember. I rewatched that episode and I still don't remember exactly what happened. But anyway, Robo Girl performed first, as I said, and she said that she was in awe that she defeated Gloria Gaynor last week. She said she felt euphoric about it. They showed a surfboard again, and I thought it was interesting because Jenny said something when she was talking about the clues about them showing a surfboard last week, and I was like, they showed one this week too, duh. But anyway, guess we can't all notice everything, can we? And so here's part of the stuff that I was talking about that I was going to mention on this one concerning Robo Girl. They had shown the honey. What produces honey? What makes honey? Bees, right? And then it said stage name on the name tag, like they were reviewing the clues like they did with the harp. And then it showed musical notes, the piece of paper, and one of the panelists, I believe it was Nicole, pointed out that both of them were bees. B, B. I will explain this here in a minute. The bee from the honeys, and then the two bees on the sheet thingy I will be explaining. And don't forget the cat meowing at the end of her clues last week, right? Which I had forgotten about. But anyway, she said she's putting up her firewall before she rebooted on stage. She demanded us to download this new clue, which was a picture of Lindsay Lohan, and pretty much made everyone go to Mean Girls, including myself. She asked, quote, does this mean anything to you? Which is part of why it made us go to Mean Girls, right? So Rachel McAdams and Amanda Seyfried, I'm going to mess up pronouncing her name every time I say it, but anyway, from Mamma Mia. Anyway, she was in Mean Girls, and so was Rachel McAdams. So also Amanda surfs. I believe that she surfed on Mamma Mia, as a matter of fact. And Robo Girl sang Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen and killed it. She did an awesome job. And I said, she honestly to me sounded like Lindsay Lohan when she was singing the song. So I was like, is she maybe Lindsay Lohan? They never said that you can't put yourself on the clues that I know of, so. And the panel has guessed Lindsay Lohan a lot, so it seems like to me that a lot of these people are people that they've guessed a lot, so I'm like, could possibly be her. But then they've also guessed Amanda Seyfried and Rachel McAdams a lot, so I was like, But I don't even know if Rachel McAdams can sing, because I was reading something online that said that she sang the introduction to a song in one of the movies she's in, but she didn't actually sing the entire thing. So, that being said, where I'm at. Oh, yes. I decided that she might be Amanda Seyfried, and Miss Piggy dug for the truth. They gave her 20 seconds to question each of the performers, which is a bad idea because she's Miss Piggy. But anyway, she asked her favorite color, which she said is pink. And she asked if she's a singer or an actor, and she said, what if I'm both? She didn't say she is. She said, what if I am? Anyway, and she asked the number of movies she's done. She said, I've definitely been in at least 6 movies. The person who was almost said RoboCop, RoboGirl, seemed very spunky to me. And I wrote down the panel's guesses. I remembered to do that for this episode. So the panel's guesses for RoboGirl, Jeannie guessed Zenaida because she caught the euphoric clue. And then she mentioned the Pretty Little Liars clue from last week and also named Shay Mitchell. I liked the Zenaida guess better, though I'm not sure if she can sing or not. She's in the show Euphoria, which I started watching but didn't finish because it got too deep for me. And Nicole focused on the Lindsay Lohan clue, which is what I was mostly doing myself. And she guessed America Ferrera because she said that Lindsay Lohan had been on Ugly Betty a couple of times. And her second guess was Liza Koshy, whom I'm not sure who is. I've heard of her, but I'm not sure who she is or what she does. But yeah. And Ken and Robin didn't guess for her at that time. Her spunkiness made me think of Jennifer Garner, so I had to make a note of that. It was really giving me Jennifer Garner vibes. She was super, super high energy, and Jennifer Garner plays Electra, and she said the thing about putting up her firewall, and I'm like, fire, Electra. Anyway, she seemed to have a really good sense of humor, and after watching some videos of Jennifer Garner singing, I decided that I would go with Jennifer Garner for her at that time. So, next up was Beetle, who was actually a ladybug, but I guess they didn't want to call it that. It was totally a ladybug, but anyway, they called it a beetle, which a ladybug is a beetle. Anyway, he wrote in on a suitcase, said he was born in a land far away. There was a sticker on the luggage that said, I love MS. But is it meant to be Masked Singer, Mississippi, or perhaps another MS, which actually I was going to look into and I never did. Anyway, he was in the ocean near the Statue of Liberty, so New York City area, and there was also a rocket sticker or spaceship type sticker on it. And then it showed an island, what appeared to be an island with palm trees. He said his family wanted to chase the American dream. He was involved in public service, and it showed him shaking hands with a lot of people and stuff like that. They showed some black framed glasses, which I also forgot about when I was thinking about who it could possibly be. He said life took a dramatic turn. He became a household name, breaking records in his field. His work has been called some of the worst of all times, even though he put a lot of effort into it. And that brought few people to mind to me, including Donald Trump, Simon Cowell, Bruno Termiel. I can't say his last name. The Italian Bruno guy from Dancing with the Stars. You know who I mean. And he said, quote, but I never let it give me the blues, brother, end quote, which of course made everyone think of the Blues Brothers. I believe the only one still living from that movie is Dan Aykroyd. Could be wrong. Sorry if Jim Belushi is still alive. I apologize for that misquote. He seems like a judge from the clues that they were giving. He had a gavel and was on a judge stand type thingy. He says he has seen his name in lights on London's West End and appeared in one of the biggest films of the 90s. He has the X Factor, which made me go back to Simon Cowell, of course, because he was a judge on X Factor UK. And he said, not to spill the beans, here's one final thought. We've definitely heard his voice before and probably even yelled it at our TVs. And I was like, Simon Cowell again, right? Because like I said, he was a judge on X Factor UK. He was on a lot of things that we got mad at him when he was on. So we yelled at the TV. But I wasn't thinking about the fact that he said that we yelled his name at the TV. Getting to that in a minute, of course. So yeah, he said he performed The Way You Look Tonight by Frank Sinatra. He did a good job. Not great, but he did do a good job. He said, I said, I feel like he's Simon Cowell. Miss Piggy's questions were, is that really a mask? He said, at the end of the show, people will be chanting, keep it on, keep it on. And she asked if he's known for his haircut, and he said, no, not known for my haircut. And I said, but maybe he's known for his comb-over toupee. Maybe it is Donald Trump. But anyway, she asked if he's won any awards, and he said that he has won a number of Emmys. And I was like, So anyway, I forgot about the 90s movie Clue whenever I was trying to think of who it might be. And I'm like, Robert Downey Jr. was in the movie The Judge, which had a judge on it. He was in several awesome movies in the 1990s, but I didn't really feel like it was him. Nicole guessed Mr. Bean, which I love, and his real name is Rowan Atkinson. Miss Piggy guessed John Larroquette from Night Court, another good guess, but I don't think that he was born in a foreign country. I could be wrong about that. Ken thought Dan Aykroyd, also Jeff Goldblum, and decided on Mike Myers. Jenny said Jerry Springer, who is not a judge, but I think he did run for office. This is a note I made. I think he did run for office, and people sure shout his name at their TVs. He made a movie called Ringmaster in 1998 and was born in London. And this is from research I did while I was watching it. And he was the mayor of Cincinnati. So I decided she was probably correct. And he told Fozzie Bear, the thing that's challenging about being a beetle is that you get constantly stepped on. And Fozzie Bear said, it bugs you, doesn't it? It was really funny. I've got text popping up like crazy. I hope it's not my daughters texting me about a get together, but I guess I'll find out when I get done doing this. I've only got about 6 more minutes. I'm going to talk fast. Anyway, so the last ones to perform were lambs. They came on the stage. There were 3 of them. Miss Piggy's been their style icon since they were little, they said. They practically grew up with her and each other. They've been Beverly Hills besties from day one, fencing, and they showed them fencing with umbrellas. Yeah, I'm sticking to my guess on this. Anyway, they were playing golf. They said on stage and on screen. There were some blue jeans with the word famous on the back, like on the seat end of them. That Ken was like the Kardashians because they're known for they have famous butts. But anyway, they said they've graced billboards and red carpets. It showed a huge diamond ring. And this actually had me thinking Destiny's Child, the huge diamond ring thing, which I forgot about it. But anyway, there was popcorn. They showed Scottish hats, or like plaid hats. And they showed a wooded area, which is part of why I'm going with who I'm going with. And I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to go with it anyway. So there. So anyway, they sang Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. And I said, I do think that they could be the women from 90210, but which specific women would they be? Shannon Daughtry is on there, Jenny Garth, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Tori Spelling. Like there's like, I think 5 or 6 main females on there, but there is a country club on that show, so I was like, it could be them. I was also leaning toward Paris and Nikki Hilton along with Nicole Richie, but the Hiltons were born in New York City apparently, so it's probably not them. They all sing. Miss Piggy's questions, like she wasted a whole lot of time on them and didn't even ask really anything. She asked them their names, their Instagram handles, stuff that they couldn't answer, you know. And then she asked if they're on MySpace, and I thought it was the one in the middle, but it was the one in pink, said maybe. And she asked the biggest celebrity that they've worked with, and they said Paul McCartney, who is very, very famous, of course. Ken, as I said the Kardashians. Nicole went with the Venus Clue being in Los Angeles and guessed Haim, whom I've never heard of. Robin guessed the Chicks, who used to be known as the Dixie Chicks. Maybe I'm not even allowed to say that. I don't know. But anyway, Jenny and Miss Piggy didn't guess for them, which freed up a lot of time. Maybe I need to free up some time right now because I am almost out of time that it says that I can record. Anyway, stop talking about that. So anyway, then the audience voted, and the first one to be revealed was Beetle. He didn't sing excellent. He did a good job, had a very good tone to his voice, in my personal opinion. So I really liked Jenny's Jerry Springer guess. Nicole went with Mr. Bean. Ken chose Mike Myers. Jenny stuck with her Jerry Springer guess, and Robin guessed him as well. And as I said, I stuck with him because I really liked that guess. Miss Piggy stuck with her John Larroquette guess, and when he was revealed, he was Jerry Springer. It was very good to see him on there, see him having some fun instead of being stressed out. I think he enjoyed his show really, but I did remember that he had run for office when she suggested him. So the Lambs and Robo Girl battled to Call Me by Blondie, and of course they sang it in two different styles. Robo Girl was great in my personal opinion and sang it very rock-like. The Lambs did more of an easy listening or light rock version in my opinion. I personally thought Robo Girl was better. I don't think the Lambs are professional singers. I said my sister told me that she thinks that they did do better on that, but I didn't think that they did. Anyway, the panel voted the Lambs to be the winners, so Robo Girl got revealed, and she turned out to be, and this is where all of that stuff I was talking about earlier comes in, she turned out to be Cat Graham. The cat meowed at the end of her clues on the first episode. Cat meow, Cat Graham. She plays Bonnie Bennett on the series The Vampire Diaries, and the B&B on the musical thing. Bonnie Bennett, B.B., the honey bee. She plays for Bonnie. So, yeah. Anyway, and there was also an episode that had a whole bunch of bees on it. She plays for a witch on the Vampire Diaries. If you've never seen it, you should check it out. And about the Lindsay Lohan, they did not explain it, so I'm going to, and hopefully I don't run out of time. Oh gosh, I've lost my place. I hate that. Yes, she was on the Parent Trap movie with Lindsay Lohan. Parent Trap, she was on that movie with her. So she was glad that she defeated Gloria Gaynor. I was like, she defeated Gloria Gaynor, but she did not defeat the Lambs. So maybe they are someone super big. Ken guessed Sydney Sweeney, who I don't know who is. Jenny guessed Shay Mitchell. Nicole went with Liza Koshy, who I also don't know who is. Robin guessed Kiki Palmer. I decided she was Amanda Seyfried just because I couldn't think of who else she might have been. And I watched Vampire Diaries, and she did sing on there, so. And I recently restarted watching it, but anyway. She said that Nick has known her since she was 14, and he didn't know who she was in the costume. Go, Cat! And Nicole Scherzinger said that they were watching the Black Eyed Peas together backstage, but she did not realize that Cat Graham was actually one of the characters in the costume on the show. So everyone have a great whatever time of night or day it is in your part of the world. Keep watching the